Hey there, Mike from EnlightenAI here. I'm going to do a quick explanation today of how to use Enlighten to build a rubric using AI. A lot of what we hear from teachers with our platform is that it's a good forcing function to have a rubric be necessary every time you grade, but it's not always the case that you have the rubric to start with. And maybe you're using an AP rubric or you have a state standard, that's great. But if you're just starting from scratch, it can be pretty daunting to come in and actually build your own rubric that you want to use for a given assignment. And sometimes an assignment is so specific that it really needs a specific rubric. That's where sometimes AI generation can be really, really helpful. So right here, in case you missed what I just clicked on, you can see I can come into Enlighten and I can go to rubrics. I can see the entire library here, and I might just click AI generate. And what we're going to have is a very simple version of prompting that you can give to an AI tool to basically develop the rubric that you want. Now, as with all things in Enlighten, really the idea here is that you can create the foundation with AI, and then you're going to be in the driver's seat to edit and shift and improve afterward. So I'm going to show you a quick example of how this can work. I really encourage folks to try this on your own and maybe even pull it up while you're watching this video and go along with me. So I'm going to create one that is a ninth grade persuasive writing rubric. And so it's pretty easy to say, okay, this is my title, ninth grade persuasive writing. It's for the, you guessed it, ninth grade. And I'm going to go from maybe a 0 to 4. So I want to have, up to, let's call it 4 points per category here. Maybe I'll go with 5. Why not? Let's go crazy. And then this is where I can come in and say very specific instructions about the task that I'm going to be assigning to students. Now, this could be very specific to the subject, or as you can see here, it could just be very, very much about kind of like what you're trying to evaluate. So I'm going to put some language in here that's really about, we're doing general persuasive writing. We're focusing on either a single paragraph or 5 paragraphs, but I'm going to try to be clear about what it is I'm trying to evaluate. We're looking for complete sentences, clear claim sentences, and a clear thesis, etc. I'm also going to put a lot of additional instructions in here. It's really up to you how much you give to the AI here. I encourage you to try it a couple times. But one way that can be really helpful to do this is actually just open up a Google Doc or open up any doc you can where you can actually just dictate and just start speaking to the computer. Talk to it like you would talk to a teaching assistant that you want to go write you a sample rubric. And when you have all that text that you've said out loud, just copy and paste it into these additional instructions. This can be really, really helpful, and it really gives the AI a lot to go on. We'll have some examples of this on our website, but you can see here, I'm just really telling it I want to go from 0 to 5. I want to have these titles. This is what it's being used for. I want to have claim, evidence, reason, and then grammar and punctuation as my different subjects or like topics for evaluation. So with all of this written, I'm just going to go ahead and click generate. And now the AI is going to go to work. And what it should do is create a really high quality draft that we can use. And then really you're in the driver's seat to edit and to make adjustments. And that's kind of the case with everything in Enlighten is we don't want to necessarily have this immediately be shipped. We want the teacher, in the loop all the time, able to make changes. Okay, so here we can see we have our rubric. Let's make sure we have the right sections. I see claim, evidence, reasoning, and grammar and punctuation. Great, that looks awesome. It looks like we also did a great job of including the right titles that I asked it to. And now I can start to come in here and look at the level descriptions and really make sure that these are accurate to what I need. And again, it's up to you to edit every single part of this rubric now before you ever go use it. But this is a great way to just get started. If part of your process needs to be, just get a rubric that you can use. So again, you can always use your own rubrics that you build with AI or build from scratch. You can use the library. You can use teacher shared rubrics that you've gotten from someone else. Really lots of different options here. But if you need a place to start, try using the AI tools in Enlighten. They could be a great way to get the ball rolling. As always, thanks for watching these videos. I hope you get a lot out of them. And hope to see you in Enlighten soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.